Hello. This is our first day of KNES 235, which is called Physical Wellness for a Healthy America. I'm Professor Harnett. Um, I just wanted to start the first day off with so you guys could see me. Um, so this slide just gives you, I posted a discussion board, and that's the way I'm going to work things for attendance. And I'm also going to have a weekly assignment for attendance. And I'm also going to have a weekly recorded lecture. And my plan is every Wednesday at noon to have just like a WebEx group meeting so that I can let you all ask questions or just maybe we can just see each other. It won't last long. So make sure you answer the first discussion board. I have some icebreaker questions. Choose two and post your response by the end of the day on Thursday, July 2nd. And then you'll have an assignment due every Thursday that you'll submit on Blackboard. The first one is Post-it. And then, you can ask questions on Wednesdays. Or you can ask questions anytime by email. So look over the syllabus. The syllabus has been posted. And it gives you all the, outcomes and course objectives. You don't have to buy the book. If you have any questions about the requirements or the grading, feel free to email me anytime. I haven't set up virtual office hours yet, but I will, and that'll probably be through that WebEx as well. It's sort of like Zoom, but we don't have Zoom yet, so I'll be using WebEx. So look over the syllabus. And then just like a quick, this is considered our first lecture. You will have a online exam. The first one is scheduled for Wednesday, July 15th, so I'll be basing questions off of these recorded lectures, these PowerPoints. So I'll post the PowerPoints and the recorded lectures. The purpose of this course is to prepare for a lifetime of physical fitness and wellness. It's called Physical Wellness for a Healthy America. Another purpose is to teach and talk about health and lifestyle habits that we have control over. The things that we don't have control over aren't as numerous as factors that we do have control over. So we want to focus in this class is we can decide how active we want to be. We can decide what kind of food we're going to eat. We can decide how we're going to manage our stress in a positive, constructive way. So we want to be able to focus on taking control of our lifestyle habits so that we have health and wellness. And we'll establish the difference between health and wellness throughout the summer. We want to look at behaviors that we perceive as being healthy and give ourselves, kudos for that and build on our strong, reinforce those healthy behaviors, and then look at some other behaviors that might be considered unhealthy, and then decide when we want to change that behavior so that we can have a more holistic, well-rounded quality of life to get rid of unhealthy behaviors when we're ready to do that. Again, it's easy to talk about, hard to do sometimes. And then another purpose of this course is to reach our highest potential for well-being. So if you look on the syllabus, I use a textbook that's not required, but there's a .gov website that I want you guys to be familiar with because this class was pretty much structured around this healthypeople.gov initiative. So I wanted to give you the definition of what Healthy People is. It's a vision of a society in which all people live long, healthy lives. So the next slide is going to talk about the word blueprint. Blueprint and vision are like the same thing. There are numerous objectives, 1,200, but they're always growing throughout that 10-year span. In fact, they're working on the next decade since this is 2020 now. There's many topic areas always being added, and its purpose and vision is to improve the health of all people in the United States. And all people is the key word. All right, let me get to the next slide. Stuck. I might have to start over, but hopefully not. Why is it going to the next slide? Oh, alright. Sorry about that, you guys. This is my first one, and you know what? I'm not going to restart it. I'm just going to go with the flow. And you guys are going to get to know me. So, the next slide, we're going to focus on Healthy People 2020 because it's a big part of this class. And at some point, you can look at the syllabus. You're going to have to write a research paper. Everything's online. You're going to write a research paper. It's not due towards the end of the 5-week session. But I'm going to talk about that, as we go along. So don't jump ahead too far, but just know that you have to write a research paper. And in that research paper, you have to find 2 Healthy People 2020 goals that apply to whatever your subject, your topic is. So that'll be something that is ongoing and we'll talk about. But the Healthy People 2020 is something that you should definitely kind of have on your radar from day one, because when you do take your first test online, there's going to be some multiple choice questions about the Healthy People 2020 information. So besides being a vision for a healthier America for all people, it's also a blueprint, same thing as vision, like a mission statement type thing. Their major emphasis, this is important, the major emphasis is increasing physical activity, improving nutrition, and prevention of tobacco use. That's an important thing to know for this course. Those are 3 lifestyle behaviors that we have control over: activity, nutrition, and whether we smoke or use tobacco. Another thing that they emphasize is wellness, which is also something that's big and important in this class. Public awareness, which we have found out during this pandemic, how important that is. And importance of environment, because an environment is kind of the context of your situation, and it sometimes precipitates what type of lifestyle behaviors you have based on your environment. Good, that slide worked. So, Healthy People 2020, get that in your heads. Let me know if you have questions about it when I meet you guys on our first Wednesday, 12 o'clock meeting. Achieving health equity is something that Healthy People 2020 has as a major goal, because there are disparities. Another word for disparities are differences. There are differences that help, that lead to differences that in terms of how people access health care and health information. So some of the things that vary would be income, gender, age, ethnicity, and Healthy People 2020 wants to try to eliminate. It doesn't matter what your income is, doesn't matter what your gender is, doesn't matter what your age or ethnicity is. Everybody should have access and health equity. And then another big major goal is to improve the health literacy of the population, which is knowing kind of how to find information and how to apply it. So health literacy is another important goal that you should focus on. So those are the Healthy People 2020 information, and it's something I like to do first week of class. And then there's a song by a group called Harvey Danger. It's still on the radio today. It's been around for a long time. It's kind of, to me, it's like a one-hit wonder kind of thing. But if anybody is into music, it's called Flagpole Sitta. And one of the things in the song is one of the passages in the song is, "I'm not sick, but I'm not well." And I think when I teach this class, when I introduce this class, I think that's kind of like a motto for this class, because even though you're not sick, which is the definition of healthy, being free from disease, you might not be well, which has multi-dimensions, which makes us well. So I'm not sick, but I'm not well is kind of like how I approach this class. We want to focus on our quality of life and our sense of well-being. Hopefully we're not sick, but a lot of us might not be well. So that will make more sense as we move forward. And here is the song, if you want to watch it later. But let me just put a few minutes of it up. It's called Flagpole Sitta by Harvey Danger, and the key is I'm not sick, but I'm not well. Let's see if you guys recognize the song. It's been around for a long time, and I always loved it. Okay, so that you can watch the whole song or listen to it later on your Alexa or on your iPod. Oh, 1997. So, but it's still relevant and it still is on the radio. I hear it all the time, and I always think, wow, that's this class. I'm not sick, but I'm not well. So this is the end of our first recording. I'll do one of these every week, and I look forward to hopefully WebEx working and seeing you guys on Wednesday. Again, I'm very, very accessible through email since we can't see each other face to face this summer. I hope you're all staying healthy and well. I know there's a lot of uncertainty about everything, and we're going to be a nice little group for 5 weeks, and we'll be together, and we'll help each other through this class, and it should be fun. Okay, bye.